All right, let's talk about sleep. We're going to break down how to actually optimize it so you wake up with energy. And I'll give you a hint. It has way less to do with the hours you clock and a whole lot more to do with how your brain is wired.
So, has this ever happened to you? You do everything right, you get your full 8 hours, but you still wake up feeling like you just ran a marathon in your sleep. Meanwhile, your coworker is bouncing off the walls after just 5 hours. It feels totally unfair, right? Well, it's a super frustrating paradox, but there's actually a clear scientific and psychological answer for it. And hey, if you want to understand more about why your mind works the way it does, just like this, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. We drop a new psychology fact every single day.
So here's the game plan for today. We're going to start by totally busting the biggest myth about sleep. Then we'll dive into your internal body clock, a super simple 90-minute rule for waking up refreshed, an awesome power-down routine, and how to seriously supercharge your mornings. And we'll wrap it all up by completely reframing how you think about sleep.
Okay, first up, the big one. Your brain isn't sitting there with a little stopwatch counting to 8 hours. Nope, it operates in cycles. And the quality of those cycles, well, that's everything.
See, inside each sleep cycle, there are two star players. You've got deep sleep. Think of this as the physical repair crew. It's fixing muscles, boosting your immune system, all that good stuff. Then you've got REM sleep. That's for your mind. It's like a nightly software update, processing emotions, filing away memories, and boosting creativity. You absolutely need both to feel truly rested.
And here's the real problem. When your sleep keeps getting interrupted, even by tiny things you don't even remember, like a noise or a bit of light, you get what psychologists call fragmented sleep. Your brain gets kicked out of those crucial deep and REM stages. So yeah, you might have been in bed for 8 hours, but you got robbed of the recovery you needed. Your body got some rest, sure, but your mind is basically still running on fumes.
All right, let's move on. This next point is all about working with your biology, not fighting against it, because your body has its own master clock. And you know what it loves? A schedule. Consistency is king.
This internal clock is called your circadian rhythm. It's this natural, built-in process that basically tells your body when to power down for sleep and when to feel alert and awake all over a 24-hour cycle. Think of it as the master controller for your energy.
So when you go to bed at 10 p.m. one night, and then 2 a.m. the next, you're essentially giving your brain jet lag without ever leaving your house. This crazy inconsistency just confuses your system and completely messes up the release of melatonin. That's the key hormone that yells, hey, it's time for sleep.
So what's the solution? It's actually incredibly simple, yet so powerful. Go to sleep and wake up at the same time, every single day. Yes, even on weekends. This trains your brain, it stabilizes your hormones, and it makes falling asleep and, more importantly, waking up so much easier.
Okay, now for a hack that is so simple, but will totally change how you feel the second you open your eyes. Let's talk about the 90-minute rule.
You know that awful, groggy, who am I, what year is it feeling when your alarm blares? That has a name, sleep inertia. And it feels so terrible because your alarm literally ripped you out of the middle of a deep sleep cycle. Your brain was just not ready to wake up.
And the key, the magic number to remember here, is 90. 90 minutes. That's roughly how long one full sleep cycle takes. From light sleep down into deep sleep, into REM, and then back up to light sleep again.
So from now on, stop aiming for a random number like 8 hours. Instead, plan your sleep in multiples of 90 minutes. This is how you guarantee you wake up at the end of a sleep cycle, when your brain is naturally in a much lighter stage of sleep. I'm telling you, waking up after 7.5 hours will feel 1,000 times better than waking up after 8, because you're finally working with your brain's rhythm.
Okay, so we know when we should wake up, but how do we make sure we fall asleep on time? This brings us to a super easy routine you can use every single night. It's called the 3-2-1 Power Down.
Now, the psychology behind this is something called cognitive offloading. It's a fancy way of saying you're not just turning things off, you're actively sending signals to your brain that the day is done, the coast is clear, and it's safe to power down and start recovering. And it's so easy to remember. 3 hours before bed, no more big meals. Your body shouldn't be working on digestion when it should be resting. 2 hours before bed, no more work. Let your brain stop solving problems. And the most important one, 1 hour before bed, no more screens. That blue light from your phone is a melatonin-blocking nightmare that keeps your brain on high alert. We have totally nailed the night routine. But what about the morning? Turns out the first 10 minutes after you wake up can set your energy for the entire day. This is all about hitting the big reset button on your brain. The routine is simple. As soon as you can, get outside. Get direct sunlight in your eyes, no sunglasses. For the love of all that is good, leave your phone behind for these first 10 minutes. And if you really want to supercharge this, add a little bit of quick movement or just splash some cold water on your face.
So why does this work so well? That morning sunlight triggers a cascade of powerful chemicals in your brain: serotonin, dopamine, norepinephrine. These are your body's natural mood and energy boosters. It's like a free shot of espresso that also resets your internal clock for the next 24 hours.
Okay, let's tie this all together with the most important part of all, a shift in your mindset. It is time to stop thinking about sleep as a necessary chore and start seeing it for what it truly is.
You've got to remember this. Sleep is not a weakness. It's not lazy. It is an active, powerful, high-performance recovery mode for your brain. It's what sharpens your focus, regulates your emotions, and makes you a better decision maker.
Because here's the bottom line. When you give your brain the high-quality, cyclical rest it's begging for, your mind becomes clearer, it becomes faster, it becomes more resilient. A genuinely rested brain is an unstoppable brain.
So I'll just leave you with this one thought. What if the real key to unlocking your full potential isn't about hustling harder, but about sleeping smarter? If this helped you rethink your sleep, make sure you're subscribed and let me know down in the comments which one of these rules you're going to try out first.